Hello everyone, welcome to the talk. Today I'll be talking about an interesting finding that I found in one of a connected car, and I could able to hack into the car and I could do whatever I could. So the title of the presentation is Remote Exploitation of Honda Cars. I know most of the speakers in Car Hacking Village is going to talk about the Honda cars. So it was an accidental vulnerability that I found and during my research. Okay, so before going to the presentation, let me introduce myself. My name is Mohammed Shain. I'm a knapsack engineer. I'm from India. I'm also a occasional bug bounty hunter. I have Hall of Fames in top companies like Google, Apple, etc. So I'm also the chapter lead of ASRG Kerala. ASRG is a group that deals with automotive cybersecurity. So I lead the chapter in Kerala, and we have been conducting webinars, talks in conferences like Cocoon for the past 1 year. I'm also a volunteer at DEFCON Trivandrum. Then I'm also an automotive photographer. So you could see my photographs in my Instagram handle. I have mentioned it here. So today I'll be talking about a vulnerability that I found in one of Honda's cars, and the vulnerability was in its API which was connecting to the telematics control unit of the car, and I could hack into the API and gradually into the car. So the car is Honda City 5th Gen. Then, okay, before moving to the talk, let's talk about the attack surface of a car. I'm not a car hacker, but it's my I love researching about automotive cybersecurity. So most of the time I work on the web application, Android application, or iOS vulnerabilities. So considering a car, we could briefly break down it in the attack surfaces into the Wi-Fi related attacks, telematics attacks, the mobile application attacks, the OBD2 attacks. So today we'll be talking about the app vulnerability that I found and I could able to hack into the car. So what are the advantages of mobile apps in automotive industry? The best answer is it is easy to use and it has a great interface. So anyone who knows to operate a mobile phone can use the dashboard or the interface in the application. So he or she could interact with the car. That's why most of the car manufacturers are now moving to the mobile applications for controlling the cars. So what is a connected car? A connected car is one, and it has its own connection to the internet, and that's like an IoT device. So when you connect your car to the internet, it gradually becomes an IoT device. So we know that there are multiple devices that are connected to the internet right now, like the refrigerators, even everything is connected to the internet. So the car industry is also moving to the IoT category. So there's a funny story. I started before starting focusing on the Honda car or the automotive hacking stuff. This was an article by or this was a research by Jos Carlos, and he claims that he could hack into internet connected trucks. So I was very much excited about this, and I read the article, and it was like he used Shodan, the internet connected devices, like the search engine that can be used to track internet connected devices, the Shodan site. He used it to find the trucks or the telematics gateway units of the trucks, and it was using a vulnerable protocol or a not so secure protocol, and it was a telnet, and he used those telnet protocol to hack into the trucks. So I was pretty much amazed by reading this, and after that I started researching about Telematics Control Unit. So before that, telematics gateway unit was the one that the researcher used to hack it. A telematics gateway unit has high what performance than a telematics control unit. A telematics control unit is a embedded what hardware that is used to connect your car to the internet. So after that, most of the research was on the telematics control unit, and I found that car can be connected to another car, or they can communicate each other, or car can be connected to the internet, to the mobile phones, or etc. So telematics control unit was the main thing that what interests me. But I have also like started researching about the what Bluetooth related attacks, Wi-Fi related attacks. But you know, in India we don't have much hardware, or there are problems while purchasing the stuffs that can be used to car hacks. So my research stick on with the mobile applications. So I recreated those attacks. Like, it was simple. I used Shodan to search the vulnerable telematics gateway units, and I got some. And I researched about it, or I played it with played it with it. Sorry. Then I was like, yeah, it's cool. So then there was an interesting thing that happened to me. The next day, when I opened my laptop, there was an interesting Google advertisement. It was like it was about a connected car. The okay, sorry. So I think I'm going to re-record it. So sorry. So start from the beginning. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone, welcome to my talk. Today I'll be talking about a vulnerability that I found in one of the connected cars, and the title of my presentation is Remote Exploitation of Honda Cars. So this would be a research about me that was conducted a few months before. I was able to hack into a Honda car, and by its vulnerable APIs that was controlling the telematics control unit. So let's begin. Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Mohammed Shain. I'm an application security engineer, and I'm from India. I'm also an occasional bug bounty hunter. I have Hall of Fames in companies like Google, Apple, etc. So yeah, from this you could understand that I don't work in the automotive industry. So this is my first talk in automotive, something that is related to automotive. So I'm also the chapter lead of ASRG Kerala. ASRG is Automotive Security Research Group. It's a group that deals with automotive security research, automotive vulnerabilities, etc. So I like started this group a year ago, and currently we have what we have conducted workshop. No, not sorry workshops. We have conducted 3, 2, 1, go. Let me introduce myself. My name is Mohammed Shain. I'm an application security engineer. I'm also an occasional bug bounty hunter. I'm also the chapter lead. Sorry. Hello everyone, welcome to the talk. Today I'll be talking about remote exploitation of Honda cars. This was a recent vulnerability in a Honda car that was found by me a few months before. I was able to hack into a car through its vulnerable APIs. So before moving to this session, let me introduce myself. My name is Mohammed Shain. I'm an application security engineer and a bug bounty hunter. I do bug bounties occasionally. So yeah, from my title, you could understand that I'm not a automotive security engineer. Like I mostly work on the web application, mobile application security, and automotive security is some kind of like part-time or a free time job. I research or I read about automotive security blogs. I watch videos in car hacking villages. I love this stuff. So then I'm also the chapter lead of ASRG Kerala. ASRG is Automotive Security Research Group. We deals with automotive security research and the vulnerabilities that affects automotive components, etc. I'm also the volunteer at DEFCON Trivandrum. I'm also an automotive photographer. If you love like car photos or motorcycle photos, you should visit my Instagram profile. I have mentioned it there. Okay, let's begin. So the vehicle that I have used for testing is a Honda City 5th Gen. It is a 2020 model, and the vulnerability was found 3 months before, and now the vulnerability is completely fixed. So this vulnerability was like, it's not a vulnerability that affects in the hardware component. It was a software related, like software end issue. So it was an easy bug. So let's move. Okay. Before talking about the vulnerability, like as a security or an AppSec engineer, like we have multiple vulnerabilities like cross-site scripting, SQL injections, etc. So, but when I moved to the automotive side, it was not like that. Different cars have different components, and previously we didn't have much technology that was in automotives. But now, like there are connected cars, there are self-driving cars, there are ADAs, etc. So breaking down the attacking surface, the thing that I like mostly is the Telematics Control Unit and the mobile applications. There's a funny story behind that. I will be explaining it later, but these are the common entry points or the attack points in a car. So mobile applications, from those attack entry points, I'll be talking about the mobile applications, both iOS and Android. So, and why the car owners or the car companies are adapting mobile applications to control their cars? The reason is pretty much simple. It's because it's easy to use. So everyone uses a mobile phone or a mobile application. Everyone knows how to operate a mobile phone. So it's very easy to handle a mobile application that has been connected to a car. So this is the main reason why there's a drastic increase in the mobile applications or connected mobile applications to your car. Then what is a connected car? A connected car is one which has its own connection to the internet. So you could remotely control the car, or you could remotely track your car, etc. So this is a story behind my finding. My finding is pretty much very easy to find, but this is where it all began. I read an interesting blog by Jose Carlos Notte, and he claims that he was able to hack into multiple trucks, through its vulnerable telematics gateway unit, or the TGUs. The reason or the vulnerability was in the protocol, that is telnet, and it was an unauthenticated telnet. So he could grab all the IPs, and he could simply use the telnet protocol to hack into the truck. So I was like, wow, this is super, and it's super cool because it's very easy to hack into a truck. So I, from that day onwards, I started researching about the telematics control units, or the mobile applications, or the APIs that are interacting with the telematics, or the TCU, etc. So then, okay, the telematics gateway unit is something that is similar to TCU, but it is what it handles much more throttle. And so I what mostly I used the Google, or the search in Google, to search about telematics and the all the stuff. And the reason why I'm telling about Google is because there's a thing behind it. I'll show you. So after that, I recreated the attack from the blog. I used Shorten to find the open ports in those telematics gateway units, and I got able to track those drugs like him. So I was like, whoa, this is super cool. It's very easy to do a hack, because I have seen research and automotive research that is very complicated. It's very automotive security is something that it's not like web applications or the AppSec industry. It's little complicated due to the hardware level stuff. So I was like, oh, it's super cool, and I was planning to do similar research on mobile applications, the vulnerabilities that affects the mobile applications. Then yeah, Google ad. The next day, I got a Google ad regarding a car that is found in my country, and this is a Honda City 5th Gen, and this is the first connected car in India. So I was like, wow, this is cool. And I could see a mobile app that has been found in the App Store as well as the Play Store. Then I started reading about the car application. It contains more than 30 features. So basically, the mobile application can be used to do anything to the car. So that means, like, you could start the engine, you could open the doors, you could open the boot, everything. So I was like, wow, what if I hack the mobile application? If I hack the mobile application, yeah, I could hack into the car as well. So that was that was a thing that was scratching my mind. So I started researching on the mobile application completely, and these were the features of Honda Connect that you could see. Like, there's a tire deflation alert. That means it contains a TPMS, and it contains almost everything that can be performed in the car. And the interesting features were like we could start the car. The reason is, like, it is only possible in the automatic variant. Yeah. And you could unlock the doors, you could even open the boot, you could track the car, etc. So these were the four things that I was interested in. Then I went to about like I read about how the application controls the car. It was like there's a cloud server, and that has been controlling the car, and the request has been going through the phone. Like, so for example, if you need to open the door of the car, you could press the button in the mobile phone. It sends an API request to the server, and it connects, or it interacts with the telematics control unit. So the first thing that I did was I downloaded the application, and the mobile application, and I reversed it, and I decompiled it completely, and I could see some API endpoints. So after the static analysis, I couldn't find anything interesting. There were some API keys that was not useful. So I sat for 2 days for finding some bugs, and I didn't get anything, the static analysis part. And then I moved to the dynamic analysis, and I personally love dynamic analysis. Dynamic analysis is where when we run the application and find the vulnerability. The application had some security controls like root detection and SSL pinning. So it's like you can't run this mobile application on a rooted or a jailbroken device. It's a security control by the Honda team, but it is easily bypassable. So the reason why they did this was like, most of the security researchers or the attackers use router devices for testing these applications. So they, they by default place this as a security control. So then SSL pinning is a client-side security control that is used to pin certificates, and while running the application, the certificates were checked with the certificates that are placed in the server. So this doesn't allow man-in-the-middle attacks. So you can't intercept the traffic of the application. So these were the only security controls that were placed in this mobile application. And tools for the trade for bypassing this, you can use a router device or emulators like Genymotion, or and tools FRIDA for bypassing those controls like root detection and SSL pinning. And Bob Suite or HTTP toolkit can be used to analyze the traffic. So then I opened the application via FRIDA, like I injected a script that can be used to bypass the SSL pinning as well as the root detection. So now the application is all ready to be performed a vulnerability assessment. So I like, this is the front page of the Honda Connect application, and then there was a field for mobile number. So this is how the mobile application works. First, the user gives his phone number, and he will get an OTP. It's a one-time password, and he should enter it. He or she should enter it, and then it moves to the MPIN. MPIN is a second layer of protection that uses the biometrics of the phone or a 4-digit number that is created by the user. So this is how the app functions. So then I gave my number, and I didn't get the any OTP or something. So I was like, why? Then I contacted the Honda showroom nearby. So I asked them about the application. Like actually, I didn't I didn't tell them that I'm a security researcher. I call like a regular customer, and I asked them, and I understood about the application. So this is how the application performs. When you purchase the car, they will set all the they will configure all the number in the car, everything, and they'll give you. So only thing the user need to know is like to log in with the OTP or the MPIN. Sorry, not the OTP, the MPIN, and he could use it to control the car. So the next thing I did was I contacted many of my friends who owns Honda cars, but most of them had a non-connected car. That means it's not connected, so can't perform any attacks there. So after that, I got a friend who gave me his car to test. So that was a connected car. So I was happy, and he gave me his number, and I used I bypassed the OTP thing. This was the first thing I done. I used FRIDA to bypass it. Then I analyzed the traffic. So I was analyzing the traffic. You could see the Proud API, Honda APIs. So this is the response. The response contains a generated OTP. So that is a vulnerability. That was that's an easy vulnerability, by the way. So when you give the number, the OTP is intended to be sent in the mobile phone, but here the OTP was reflected in the response. So it was very easy vulnerability. So this was very easy. What I did was like I used 5613, the OTP that's seen here, and I entered that. The next thing was the MPIN. And since I used an emulator, it doesn't pop out the biometrics option. It asked me for the number. So there was an option called for forgot MPIN. When you give the forgot MPIN option, it will ask for the phone number again. Then I gave the phone number. Like again, the OTP was leaking in the response. So I could use this to reset the MPIN. And I gave a symbol I gave a number like 1, 2, 3, 4 to reset it. Then I could get into the car. So this is how this was pretty much simple exploit, and I could hack into the car easily. So the next thing was like, I was like, wow, this is super cool. And I created some Python scripts, and I don't even need what complicated the Genymotion stuff for a phone. I created those scripts and I gave the phone number, and I could just click enter and I could start the car. I could unlock the boot, and I could unlock the doors, everything. It was very easy for me. And I was like, wow, super cool. I from an AppSec engineer, I moved to the cyber automotive security engineer, like kind of stuff. And it was nice. During the research, I could understand many things that is going behind the car, how the car controls, or sorry, how the app controls the car, or how it communicates. It was a funny process, learning process. Then disclosure, I reported this bug to Auto ISAC first. When I checked Auto ISAC, it was the Honda was listed in their partnership. So I reported to Auto ISAC, but I didn't get any response for 2 days. So I contacted Honda India team. After contacting them, they called me. Yeah, and they called me and they asked me about the vulnerability, or how I found the vulnerability. I took a call. I scheduled a call with them and I demonstrated it. And I basically I showed everything that I found, and they were happy. So they thanked me, and the vulnerability was fixed within 2 or 3 hours, I guess. So and I should also speak about the disclosure process. You know, most of the automotive companies doesn't have a responsible disclosure process, or in India. That's a that's a main problem that is faced by security researchers here. So when we find the vulnerability, they don't know where to report it and how to report. So, but Honda team doesn't have a responsible disclosure program, but they were very cooperative with me. They they sat with me for hours to fix this vulnerability, and now the car is totally safe. And thank you. This is a I hope this was an interesting talk. And if you have any doubts or clarification, you can contact me. This is my Twitter handle. Thank you so much.